All right. And we're live. What's going on, everybody? It's Thursday. I'm back. I'm back from my vacation / anniversary trip. And if I'm looking a little red and crispy, it's because I spent most of the week in the sun. Well, week and change. But we'll get into that. So we're going to have everybody else kind of pouring in. The StreamYard link went out a little bit late. But if you're here watching us live, thank you very much. We don't have Dave yet, so I think this call should just roll that intro. If you
I don't mind. Go ahead. Come on.
There we go.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
And there we go. Sony coming in right at the end of the intro. So
Yeah, things are loud as crap with these headphones on.
you can.
What is up?
Let me turn my volume down.
You got your voice feedback going on.
No, there's no feedback, but everything is loud.
Well, while you're adjusting your audios from mine, the fine folks out there, if you're watching us live here on YouTube, thank you very much. We wouldn't be able to do this show without all of you who tune in each and every week. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button because it helps us out in the algorithm. If you're not subscribed already, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. I don't know where Dave is, but I'm curious what's that?
How did they get here?
Well, you might just see it fed to you through recommendations because the YouTube algorithm works in mysterious ways.
That's true.
So
Dave and Mike are finishing dinner or some crap.
But yeah, if you're just finding us randomly through that mysterious algorithm, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and also while you're at it, pop into that live chat over there. We got a whole bunch of cool folks hanging out with us already. We got Toy Mafia in, we've got McLouderig, we've got Princeton Phalanx, we've got Effortlessly Random, Aqua Techie, we've got Mariana Chacon, we've got Larkin's Lair, Roland Rage, Deluxe Baldwin, all hanging out with us in that chat.
Everyone's here.
Yeah, we'll be reading your comments throughout the course of the show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about because we had SDCC over the weekend, so a bunch of reveals coming out of there. And Sportimus is here too, and Shadowbird. That's a new name. So yeah, cool to see a bunch of folks pouring in. We'll be highlighting you all throughout the course of the show. And last thing, as always, check out our Teespring store in the link in the description below. We've got some of the best priced podcasting merch out there. You're going to look good. You're going to help out our channel. I'm probably going to be moving us over to Streamlabs. It'll be the same designs, but Streamlabs does not take 3 weeks to get your stuff out. So prices will probably go up a few bucks, just a few bucks, but you'll actually get the stuff the same week you order it. It doesn't take 3 weeks or more to process and get out to you.
How's that new animation coming along?
So I've got my iPad and I've been working on drawing some faces, and the animation's not going to be the hard part. It's just making sure I have everybody's faces right. So I'm hoping to have that done sometime in August.
Thank you for doing that.
A new intro. And also a friend of the show, Paul Hadouken's got some music that he's working on. So as soon as I get that going, I'll run it by you guys, and then if everybody likes it and we're good, we'll start running an intro and an outro. So,
hate it.
Well, let's talk about things you don't hate. Let's talk about how you're doing, other than being hot, and if you got anything cool this week.
Well, I am doing good. I pretty much changed. What the heck? I changed or got transferred with my job to a different location, which is it's cool. It's cool. But I picked this up today because I heard she was in the store, and yes, they had a rack of her.
A rack.
Luckily, because of the ab crunch they gave her, she can actually do this pose. What? It sounds like somebody's trying to knock my door down or something.
I should
But-
get that.
Ooh.
No, this was hell on earth getting this to jet mode.
Oh,
Now I was following the instruction video, but the top part was okay, but this whole section right here, a nightmare city.
Mm.
It drove me up the wall. But
I like the
he's
size.
together. Yeah. Pink didn't show it next to a Masterpiece Seeker jet, did he?
no, I don't think he did.
So I'm gonna have to transform one of them. I don't feel like it.
Is that a Battle
guess
Beast
I'll have
poster
to.
behind you?
You know what's that?
I see Battle Beasts here, and I can't see what it says behind Unicron.
Isn't that a TV?
Next video being suggested on my TV.
Oh, shit! I thought it was a poster.
Yep. In fact, let me. No, it shouldn't start playing music. That's just the YouTube screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, Battle Beast Headmasters. I thought it said here, and I couldn't see what it said.
You're lucky it was that. Not something suggested.
It was either going to be YouTube or Fortnite. Come on now. No, he's
Mhm.
wholesome.
But other than needing Autobot logos that match with this, because I don't have the ones with the white outline.
I do. I can hook you up with
It
some.
seems to be alright. Yeah, this part is still frustrating. I ain't gonna lie. Even getting this to lock into place or be the way it's supposed to be.
Do you,
But that's
you
enough.
you still have Warthog? The DX9 one?
His name was
Or no, it was Rick
Defin.
Defin.
No,
Rick
that's
Defin
Rick
was his
Defin.
name. Yeah.
Nope. Matt has it him. So
I'm sure MGO will have that comparison because he has everything.
I say I had the fourth party version, but if I can get it to stand.
Well, next up, we got Mr. TM Reviews. Sony, how the hell are you doing?
Pretty good. I got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Well,
Let's
let's
see.
see.
Let's start with this. Got this guy, Fioravanti. He's got mixed reviews. I like him. He's like nice diecast and fun, but as always with X-Transbots, inconsistent. Some people are getting, loose joints and things that break, and other people are getting good stuff. But I like him. It's nice.
And if you leave the QC sticker on, people will be confused. Who made it?
And I did leave the QC sticker on.
I feel like that was their
figure-
strategy.
Every figure now comes with a QC sticker. Even this thing. So I got this thing.
Hmm.
This roller is awesome. Highly recommend this figure. It's $30. It's so cheap. It transforms. It's masterpiece. It's good. It's painted. Everything.
Where'd you get yours, Pat?
Say that again.
Where'd you get that copy from?
This is from Show Z.
Oh, okay. I haven't got my. Well, no, I haven't gotten my my invoice for that yet. So
For this one?
yeah.
Wait, did you get the blue one or the silver one?
Oh, you know what? Maybe I got the blue one. I don't know.
Because the blue one isn't out yet. This one came
Okay.
out first. Yeah. But it's
All right.
really good. Like, I mean, for the price point, I mean, even I would recommend you get this because it is very good for
I
especially
want the blue one.
Either one, but they're both good. Mr. Partsformer, who's not here with us, was nice enough to give me these two guys for a review. I don't know if I showed this or not, but I missed last week because I was in Texas visiting family. So I'm going to read these Magic Square Combaticons from Mr. Met. And then I haven't even opened these yet, but this is, can you even see that? Guess what this is based on the
Swindle?
close.
I
No,
guess
not really.
if not Swindle.
It's the same vehicle form.
Hound.
Oh,
of some
Hound.
type.
Okay.
Yeah, New Age Hound, and that you can see.
And
It's,
yeah,
New
that's
Age-
obviously their Ironhide.
Yeah, Ironhide. Yeah. So Those are from G Tony. Those are gonna get reviewed. And then this thing, which shockingly good.
Don't poke your eye out.
I thought
Yeah, close to your face.
robot mode was gonna be crap, but robot mode is pretty darn good, and the guns are good. The only thing I complain about is like some stuff doesn't like stay, like the chest accidentally locks in or the head locks in. But
Of course, it's the chest on the female Transformer.
well, you can play with the boobies. But it's good. It's painted. I mean, I was surprised, and it's also big. It's I think the second biggest Titan that they've made after Scorponok. Either the same size or bigger, but it's really good. And then the ship mode is just perfect. You know, it's exactly what I want.
Super solid. Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of this. And I got some action figures, which you guys will be maybe excited about. Got Tanuki Mario, which I don't know. I'm collecting these. I'm getting some of them to my daughter. Also got this one, Cat Mario. I don't know why I'm getting these, but
McLattery says Nemesis will shortly be filing charges against you.
I got Kamek, which I needed a bad guy, so I'm happy because I have the Bowser. So this can go with Bowser. And I got actually articulated Peach because the first one was stupid. It just didn't articulate at all.
Yeah.
This one's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think that's it. I think that's everything. And then this, I mean, TFCon stuff that's old news. So
if I haven't seen it, it's new to me.
Mr. Mike, how are you?
All right. So we're getting things together to get ready to go on a family vacation. So that is a lie to say everything's going smoothly. It's just busy times between that and work.
Family.
And we're in opposite world because you had a whole slew of stuff and I have two things. So earlier this week, I found a Python Crimson Garden at Target and did a quick impression and finishing up the video for that. And then I talked to my friend Marco and he's like, oh man, I want to really get that. I'll trade you. Hello?
He said polo.
So he's like, oh, well, do you have a bazooka? So I said, no. So this has been the week of repaints. So I got a bazooka for a Python Crimson Guard. So that's kind of cool. Nothing new or different with this guy than what we had before. Also, what I also found was this lovely lady. So she's, and I'm sure I missed T where you showed yours off already.
Yep.
Okay. She's really cool. I like her. Spoiler alert, the heads do fit on previous Widows, so that's a good sign. I haven't tried her on any of them on any Action Force heads, but if you want to know, check out when I put the video up, hopefully this weekend. And what I was going to show last week and I forgot because I talked to Dr. Diecast, he had this MMC Shattered Glass Optimus Prime that the smokestacks broke. So he asked me if I could fix it. And with the help of my coworker, we 3D printed a bunch of replacement stacks for him. So I just got to color match it to what the original gold metallic is. And I want to get that back to him. But did
he have the design already or did he make it?
No, we broke. He accidentally broke it, and the other side was still in place. So a coworker of mine, we both do 3D printing, and he actually looked at it and measured it out and designed it. So without taking up too much time, and I don't even know, can you I guess bring it up so I'll show the difference or whatever we got here. But this is the original right here that was on it, and then my coworker totally redesigned it, or not redesigned it, recreated it with a longer pin so it sticks in easier.
That's really cool.
So now
impressive.
I'm just going to paint it and he's got a couple extra copies that he'll have. And yeah, so that's
Your
that's
coworker is a regular person.
Well, you know where I work, so putting the term regular person is very subjective. But the reason he does a lot of this stuff, he does a lot of 3D printing. He has an Etsy store that he makes radio bodies and has a really lucrative business doing that. So
I feel attacked by a regular person.
So that's what I got. So Jordan, how's your week now that you're back?
Well, I mean, it was interesting because normally it's bittersweet leaving vacation, but one of the cool things was we took extra time. So instead of leaving on Saturday, we ended up we were originally going to stay until Tuesday, but we just kind of had our fill. We did everything we wanted to do, and it was a good feeling to the point where now next year when we go on vacation, we're planning on going from Saturday to instead we used to do Saturday, and we're going to do Saturday the following Monday. So it was nice. We celebrated our 1-year wedding anniversary down there, and we all had a really nice dinner together. Funny enough, we like hit up all like the food spots we wanted to in like the Carolinas. We ended up getting Cookout. Like, I don't know if you've ever had Cookout, the fast food restaurant. We ended up getting that on our actual wedding anniversary. We went out and played mini golf with my cousins and my in-laws, and we're just like, where do you want to go? Because we'd already done like the Brazilian steakhouse, we'd done the barbecue house, we debated on doing the Italian restaurant. We're just like, let's do Cookout, and we had a really good time, and the weather was perfect. We had like one windy day, but it only rained at night, and it was just a really, really good experience. And yeah, Sportimus, I was actually. I feel like that probably came across in my texts, but yeah, no, I enjoyed my time sipping back beers on the beach, and found some interesting beers while I was down there.
How does he know?
I probably texted him that I was. He's probably tried. I can't remember. He probably was having a conversation. I'm like, man, I'm a little drunk. I'm a little tipsy right now. But yeah. So yeah, today was my first day back to work. We took off Tuesday and Wednesday. Yes, I did make some really killer wings tonight. Today is actually Lex and my's 5-year anniversary of being together. So yeah, so
congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Congrats.
And she got me well, you can't see because of my green screen. She got me some nice beers, and we're gonna go out for tacos tomorrow. We had these really good tacos from this place called Tacos Mundo, and I was like, before because I'm starting a new diet on Sunday. And so before I kick off my diet, I'm like, let's go get some tacos for the anniversary. So, yeah, that was my time. I had my cousins there, and we had some good nights playing Switch together. Not as many as we wanted because we were in a packed house. We had my in-laws and my mother-in-law's best friend and her husband and son. Next year we're just going to do my cousins and hopefully a very good friend of mine and his girlfriend. So we'll keep the house a little bit smaller and a little bit more we want to be more in control of what goes on in the house and enjoy ourselves a little bit more. But it was still a great vacation, and I enjoyed it. Like I said, I felt like we got the perfect amount of time. As for pickups, I don't have her up here, but I did get the Nemesis. I do have a few. These came in. I ordered these forever ago from Walmart. They came in. I got Toxitron. Oh, yeah, you really can't see Toxitron. But, yeah, he's not the Predator edition. He's just being eaten by my green screen. Actually, he looks pretty cool without the green. I'm not going to lie. Doesn't he?
It is me.
Yeah, let me turn the green screen off so you can see him. Let's do none. Here we go. There we go.
Ooh.
So there's Toxitron. And yeah, he is nice. I really like him.
Dude, you should just do this because everything's so much clearer and better without the green screen.
Fair enough. Here, we'll keep that on. Yeah, so Toxitron, he's good, and I like the fact that they went the extra mile. They actually
that's
painted
cool.
the detail onto the trailer this time,
Nice.
and there's color variants.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's color variants. Instead of being like a solid, like black, they actually have the purple, and they have the gray in here. They actually gave him purple tires and black rims.
Like randomly color variants?
No, like color variants.
Variants.
Yeah, it's varied in here. So it gives the trailer more of a unique identity. Like I really do like how they painted on this this detail here. And I also got Cloud Cover, who I actually really like this deck. It doesn't scream G2, but my Seekers are now complete. Like my Conehead Seekers are now complete. So I have the G2 Dirge and Sandstorm as well. And then, like everybody else, I got the Arctic Bat.
Cool.
I got the Crimson Guard or Crimson Viper. I'm sorry, the Crimson Guard, or what was this? The Viper Python Patrol Crimson Guard. Jesus, that was hard to spit out. As well as Tiger Force Dusty. And I also got Rock and Roll and Copperhead. So
yeah.
and one more. I got Scrap Iron as well. Almost forgot.
Nice.
So yeah, those were the things that came in while I was away. And yeah, so I guess I'm getting
Ooh.
McLaren says turn the green screen on. Yeah, I like the green screen. So.
No.
Yes.
I'd like to see you in not blurry, weird, missing pieces of you.
The green brings out the tan in your face.
It does.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I've also, if you can tell, I was wearing my sunglasses the whole time, so I've got like the raccoon thing going on. So, all right, let's get into some news because there's a bunch of stuff to talk about. Oh, and there was, I think Sportimus asked up there, T, do you prefer the Richtofen or the Fans Toys Power Glide, or is that a wait for the review?
Wait, darn it! I'm gonna give it up.
We gotta wait.
The transformation on Richtofen is way more fun. Let me just say that.
The cake is different.
Hey, look, this is how long he is next to Jetfire.
It's kind of nuts.
Wow.
Warthog mating behavior.
I heard we got a lot.
All right, let's get into it. We're going to start off with an in-hand look at the Nova Prime. And this is an Amazon exclusive. It came up for pre-order. I think this was part of the SDCC reveals.
No, thank you.
I'm so tired of this mold. I have the MMC Nova Prime, and I don't know how you guys feel on this one, but I know so other than Sony.
Quick interrupt. Comments are getting blocked today. I don't know why. Like, even just happy faces got blocked.
Oh, weird.
So if you don't see a comment blocking up, it's not us. It's just randomly YouTube is deciding. I'm clicking show on all of them, but they keep getting blocked.
Anyway. But how we all feel about this one? Yeah. Next.
No thanks.
Yes.
Yeah. What the fuck is up with this packaging? Like, did they just be like, yeah, we don't even feel like, giving him ties. We're just gonna mummify him in that tissue paper.
Why did they do that? It's so weird.
They must be tired of this mold too. I mean,
he's getting ready for summer camp with the canvas bag jumping thing.
No.
No.
Yeah, I just
this ain't it. This ain't it.
This really ain't it. I mean, this mold, it kind of worked for Galaxy Prime. I think if you have Galaxy Prime, you don't need this. This is not Nova Prime. He deserves his own mold.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, I'm curious. Anybody in the chat interesting in this one? Yeah, that's great. The Glider says the tissues are for your tears after you unbox and the impression sets. And yeah, this is a bad cash grab. I'm sorry. There's just They could have done way better, and this character just deserves his own mold. And if you have the MMC, and the MMC got cheap enough, I bought mine secondhand from somebody in one of the groups for what this costs.
So the tissue thing, I recently got hate in my review because I complained about the tissue. But the reason I think it's so stupid is people throw away that shit all the time. I always get comments like, "Oh, I accidentally threw away. I didn't know that was in there." And I was like, this is just stupid. You know, at least put a label on it or put it in a paper bag. So, you know, I'm not complaining for complaining's sake. I'm complaining because people are throwing away the stuff. You know?
Well, especially with G.I. Joe. Like when I opened up Rock and Roll, it's like he has this little section of ammo. And it's like, if you don't know that, I mean, yes, they do put pictures on the back of the box saying this is all the accessories, but like, you really have to look for the stuff anymore.
You have to hunt it.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't G.I. Joe come in those little G.I. Joe bags?
Yeah, but that's still the same tissue paper. You know, it's the same principle where just as the bags are there, the tissue paper is kind of like.
For them, you need to open them on a table and delicately pour it out.
Yeah, right. At least it's in a bag. It's not wrapped, and you miss a layer and throw it away.
Right.
You open the bag, it's in there.
Perfect.
I'm just glad.
Perfect example with her is that she has these blast effects that are just super tiny. So if you hold the bag wrong, you could actually have it in there and just forget about it.
I see.
So
I would much prefer bags though over tissue.
Yeah.
Princeton's in for it. I mean, again, if you like this and you didn't get Galaxy Prime or you do like the mold, I mean, I can't fault you. But for me,
buy whatever you like, but
you're the issue, Princeton. You're the issue.
Next up, we at least have a 2-pack that looks a bit more interesting, and this is another Amazon exclusive. This is the Deadeye Duel 2-pack. So this is Ascension Cascade and the Senate Guard Javelin. I mean, these.
Is it retool?
I mean, yes. One's a retool. Well, they're both retools. Javelin is the one that I'm interested in. I'm not a big fan of that chromium mold, but I don't hate it, and I like the fact that they did something new with the weapon. I love the RC mold, and that's why I'm really interested in Javelin. Is that Studio Series RC mold is just awesome. It's cool to see that reused again, and also retooled to that extent.
Yeah, it looks like a different character.
Yeah, I mean both of them do really.
Okay, so who's getting this?
I did pre-order this one. I just thought that they looked like really interesting new characters. I mean, I'm really going to start changing up how I do things with Generations. Like, I think I'm just going to start getting the things that I would never get in Masterpiece and keep it at that, rather than I have to have this character, I have that character. I think I'm just going to.
For these guys, is this from the last redo of the IDW Transformer story? Because it says a Stunticon, and I remember that last run was basically starting things out again with them.
I think so, but it's just strange that it doesn't say what universe they're from. I'm really not too sure what the lore of these two characters is. If anybody in the chat knows,
how much are they?
They're $50 for the pair, so it's just regular retail for two figures.
Yeah.
But knowing Amazon, they might price drop it. Who knows? But I'm at least glad to see. And it's interesting too, that gun. So to say like, was this IDW? That looks an awful lot like a certain DJD member in gun mode.
True.
So.
Next.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we'll get to one. this one went up. We've known about this figure. I don't think we'd seen official pictures. This was shown at SDCC. Went up on pre-order on Pulse and Walmart's website. This is the G2 Grimlock. I think he's since sold out. He's definitely sold out on Pulse. I think he also sold out on Walmart.
This thing got more press than any repaint I've seen. It's just everywhere. It was plastered. Go get your pre-order. Go get your pre-order.
Yeah.
Go get your pre-order. And it was sold out.
Yeah.
I was like,
This is a pass for me. I like this Grimlock mold a lot, but I'm a big G2 fan, and these colors don't work for me.
Yeah, these are all the prototype G2 colors that they didn't use.
Diecast really wanted it. He got one, but it sold out. So I guess people wanted it.
I mean, I'm glad that they're not just doing, the G2 Blue Grimlock. I mean, I have the Fans Toys one. I wish like they would at least just have given him the sword, just to differentiate him a little bit. But still, this is a pass for me.
Yeah.
Well, whether it's a pass or not, it's gone, so you can't get it.
Right, exactly. So I mean, I do hope
They're
that the
gonna
people
come
that
back.
want to get this can.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is it was revealed at SDCC, like the official photos were revealed. It went up for pre-order, but I've read that people were finding it in the store, and just like how like the exclusives, like Chuckles is an exclusive. He'll be going up tomorrow. We'll talk about that. Also going up is Dion and Ariel, and we've covered them, but they showed up at a GameStop. So I'm guessing,
I thought they were Hasbro Pulse exclusive.
Well, that's the crazy part. Are these also going to be carried at GameStop? Do they maybe just break street date? I mean, who knows?
That's just weird.
Yeah,
I have never seen it.
Nor have I.
Was it GameStop's like in San Diego area? Or?
It was Canada.
Oh, never mind. Canada
That makes sense.
totally different.
Yeah.
Not even
Those are
the same.
EB games, right?
They have GameStop in Canada, but they also have EB games, from what I understand. Still,
Yeah.
The
That's
Titan
another
says
one.
Cosmos.
I think that's gonna sell out because it's hard to find
What's that?
the 2-pack. Dion 2-pack.
It might, but I mean, I think that there's a lot of people that are just like, oh man, this is the cup mold all over again. I think more people are going to be focused on trying to get Chuckles. That you'll if you want that, you have a fair chance. So I kind of do want it just because I don't have Dion, and that's another character that I'll never get an MP of. But yeah. Let's see. Did we have any more generation stuff? Well, let's go through the booth images real quick here. So there's some interesting stuff that they showed off in the booth. One of the things I think is really cool is this Menasor box set.
I want it.
So we'll go through. We'll get to that, but they did show off one of the Pulse exclusives that's going to be coming up is Shattered Glass Rodimus and Shattered Glass Sideswipe. But if you're an Armada fan, you know exactly where they're going with this.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, this is going to be everybody for years now has been saying, like, well, when are we going to get the Armada Wheeljack? That'd be such an easy retool. And they did a pre-tool with Sideswipe of all characters. So, I don't know. I want the Rodimus, but I don't want to. It's just like, I don't know. I don't like this being a 2-pack. It's cool that he has the Minicon though.
Nobody cares about that size. That's the trash that you
Right. It's like they could have just given us Wheeljack. What they should have done is done what they did for funny enough, the Shattered Glass Wheeljack, where it was a dual character release. They should have done is just given us Armada Wheeljack and called that Shattered Glass Sideswipe. So basically, you got a best of both worlds deal. You know, I don't know if anybody agrees with that. I think that would have made that set way more alluring because, you know, instead you know the intent here, and they're just trying to get anybody that wants the Shattered Glass Rodimus.
Yeah.
But paint on these looks fantastic. I really love the red effect pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. We've seen. Yeah.
the mini
I'm
comic
not
is
getting
cool.
it.
New mold. Yeah. It's basically just a wait for the Armada Wheeljack. Then we get the Stunticon box set, which this looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where is this exclusive somewhere?
I'm not sure who's going to be carrying this. I think it's an Amazon deal. Yeah, because Amazon's been getting all the box sets.
I would like this.
Yeah, this would be one for mint and box collectors. I just wish that it's like, I understand their whole plastic-free packaging stuff that they're doing, but it's like, this is one where it's like, you have to understand that there's mint and box collectors that are going to want this.
No, come on.
Yeah, this is totally a throwback to G1 packaging with the
no, of
grid
course,
and everything.
of course, yeah. But I mean, the whole purpose of this is so you don't have to go freaking hunting.
Well, of course.
For each of these, right? And
but I thought you had them already.
What? No.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
I got Dragster and I got.
Did you get Breakdown?
I got Wild Rider, and then I couldn't find a couple of the others.
These look like slightly different decos.
I never saw.
They are there in toy.
Yeah.
Toy
so that explains why
They're all
saw
toy
that.
decos.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I still want.
That's cool. I mean, I think these look good in the toy deco.
Oh, it's a Pulse exclusive.
Pulse exclusive. Okay.
Dusty asked didn't you already review the Menace were set?
I never found Motormaster, so I couldn't review it.
Okay.
I'll get this. I'll get the box set.
Now, if they tossed in Blackjack, they probably would have got a lot more people. I don't know why they're taking so many pictures of the box when everybody already knows. Oh, that is cool that they did this.
Thing.
They did the tech specs.
That's cool.
Is it 50 different languages?
Yeah, it was 4 different languages. Well, that was the end of their panel. Let's see, what else did we have in here? Oh. This was the most exciting, I think, of all of the standard generations.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we get the Commander class Ultra Magnus.
Oh,
So I was wrong. Like when we read I think when they said the first Studio Series Commander class, I said it's got to be Stratosphere. So I was wrong. It is Ultra Magnus, and I like that they've basically done what they did for the Studio Series Hot Rod, and they've just given us basically a really heavily engineered leader class figure.
Well, kinda, because he is huge. He's bigger than Studio Series Grimlock.
Yes,
I want to say T-Man called this, and then I endorsed it, but I can't remember. Pretty sure
I
he
was
called
there. Yeah,
it looks awesome.
yeah, it does look really good.
I was under the impression that Magnus was going to be a leader class. So,
well, everything's getting smaller and more expensive.
That's true. I've seen people disappointed that he is an all-in-one transformation.
Why?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people that like the armored Magnus, but it's like, well, you got that.
Got that. It wasn't
Several
good.
times.
It wasn't good.
To the Titans point, it's like they did make the Matrix small, but I think they're trying to keep it universal across all. It is kind of silly when that they've never made a good Matrix for a Magnus to hold. I think it's crazy. This looks way better than the official masterpiece,
Hmm.
and it's a Studio Series figure.
They said all the fingers articulate.
I mean,
So when he's pointing, you don't have to switch out the hands.
I mean, honestly, it
go ahead,
looks
Mike.
just as good as the
MP.
new ExtraZero version.
Yeah,
I mean,
he has a butt flap,
really-
but it's way more manageable than the MP,
And the back is clean.
yes. So
it's like they're showing off heavily that he's got butterfly joints in those shoulders.
Yeah. So I assume those collapse in.
yeah, yes.
Well, they're probably all paneled because they serve two purposes. One, they work as butterfly joints in the bot mode, and then two, they work to extend to make a larger truck mode. Because that's the challenge they've had with Magnuses. It's like they can nail like one mode, like the leader class Magnus from Combiner Wars was a great IDW Magnus, but the car carrier mode was so small he couldn't actually carry any cars.
Yeah, that looks
But-
really good.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll get a toy deco of this down the line too for those that want it. But yeah, I mean this is good, and you know, again, like for the people that are like, oh well, he's not an Optimus with armor. It's like, yeah, but you got that. No, he can't deal with it, Sportimus. Don't you know anything about Magnus? He can't deal with this right now. And I'm sure that this will have a pretty easy transformation too. I love that they kept the red bumper. The only thing I wonder is, are you going to be able to separate the cab from the trailer? Because that would be really cool if you could. I don't know if anybody asked that.
It looked like you could.
I don't know.
Because the crazy thing about the Combiner Wars one, and I think you demonstrated that in your video T, it was that it was just a screw. And the masterpiece one you could. There was a little spring release. And it was smart how it was done. So on the masterpiece, you could separate the cab from the trailer. It's just the cab wouldn't do anything other than, this be a hunk of robot that you couldn't, do much with. So I'm curious if they're going to carry that over.
It looked like when they were demonstrating him, it looked like you could separate it.
I still think the MP is one of the best.
I love the MP. I just think it's just hindered by it looks the part. It's just
I like the THF KO of it because it gets rid of that butt flap in the back and actually redesigns it so where it makes sense. But
I haven't seen that one.
I think we're probably going to get an MP 2.0 of Magnus in the next few years, just to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on because we got plenty more to talk about. I guess our last little generations thing on the docket. This one is definitely a pass for me, but I'm curious what you guys think about this. This is the next Transformers crossover. It's Transformers Stranger Things Code Red.
yeah.
Why?
Yeah, a lot of people are thinking this is just them using the VW license in any way they can while they have it. Some people think it's possibly a pre-tool of Rise of the Beast Wheeljack.
It's cool, and I recognize the van, but I'm not buying that.
No.
This will be on clearance very quickly.
I don't know that it will.
I don't think this is going to sell.
Yeah.
I don't think it is either.
Yeah. There's a lot of Stranger Things stuff that just, I think the merchandise has kind of been off. Like the only thing I really ever saw sell was the Bondi stuff. But I don't even think that sold all that well.
A lot of the stuff came out too late, I think, in the game for the series.
I mean, is there the fan base a crossover between? I don't know. I guess I'm not a fan, so I don't know. But
I mean, it's the same thing as like the NECA Turtles and Stranger Things that you see clogging up the back part of Targets.
I agree with Princeton here. Like the Turtle van, I mean, that you have the new movie coming out. There is an onslaught of new Turtles merchandise. I mean, this is like, just when I thought Playmates was dead, Playmates comes out hard with their new Turtle stuff, and Playmates is willing to play ball.
This should have been the Turtle van, and I don't think this has anything to do with Wheeljack, because the body doesn't look anything like.
No, isn't that like the Ironhide?
Positive Beast.
Yeah,
It's
it is
super
kinda
close to the Ironhide,
Yeah.
but it's different.
Yeah, so pass for me.
next.
All right, now let's get into some Threezero stuff. These are pretty exciting. So Threezero, of course, going pretty hard with their Rise of the Beast license here. I think the Bumblebee's already out, but then the Prime is around the corner, and then they've got 3 that people hadn't seen before. So they have Scourge, they have Mirage, and they have Optimus Primal. So,
DLX.
yeah. So these are MDLX. So these are the smaller scale.
They're MDLX.
I'm sorry, these are DLX.
Yeah,
These are the smaller scale, not MDLX. Yeah, I mean, Threezero. I mean, they tend to always knock it out of the park. I like how they're doing the ambidextrous weapons, because I don't recall what side they had the arm cannons on in the movie. I don't know if they interchanged them or not, but I like that they give people the options. And that's a good looking Mirage right there, to be honest. Since Hasbro is not doing any accurate ones.
Right.
Primal here. I
guess they're bigger than MDLX.
Well, they are bigger than MDLX. So yeah, thank you, Roland. So yeah, if you're watching, make sure you smash that like button, because it helps us out in the algorithm. Yeah. Primal, I'm just kind of curious to see, because in the movie he had like actual fur, and on the YOLO Park, like I was fine with how they sculpted it in, because like the YOLO Parks are like $35 a kit. My only concern here is like, how textured is that fur going to be? And then how are they going to paint it? Because typically with these figures, they're just doing like they're just doing metallics, and I do have a non-Transformers Threezero figure. I have their Doomslayer, and that thing was like painted to the nines, but that was the Doom 2016 Doom Slayer, so he didn't have any exposed skin or anything. So I'm just kind of curious how they do organic stuff, because typically we're just seeing them do like Iron Man armor for the MCU and robots. So
YOLO Park is doing the the like furry skin style Optimus Primal, which is it. I don't know if it was a fan made thing or if they're actually making it, but it looked
like
really.
Almost?
Was that
like flocked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me. I'll send you a link of the.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see, because I know they're doing the Gorilla Mode one as well, which I thought was a smart idea. So yeah. Let's get into Scourge now. This is the one that's the most exciting, because with Threezero, all of the insignias that he's got like welded to himself are going to be painted. And what I'd be really curious about is the way Threezero does LEDs. If they do orange LEDs in the chest, like especially if they pulsate, I think that Scourge could be like a real winner. I'm also curious to see like how his accessories work, considering that like the Studio Series had that blade on his arm as a permanent fixture, and in the movie it kind of like transformed and shot out of his arm at the elbow. So just really curious to see how he turns out more than any of them.
Never mind. It was a fan.
Oh, it's just a custom.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Deluxe, you're probably in for probably most of these. But are any of you guys in for these?
Nope.
No.
They're not cheap. So
No, they're not cheap. If I were to get any, it would be like I'd probably ask for like Scourge as like a birthday gift next year if he's out. Because I mean the prime design, I have the Bumblebee movie Bumblebee and the Bumblebee movie Prime. I think it would be redundant to get them. I think that I like the accessories on Prime, you know, for the Rise of the Beast version, but I love the Bumblebee movie so much that I'm just like, well, that's what I want to stick with. I have I was gifted the Yolo Park Primal and Prime, and I've got those, and I mean those are cheap enough.
Yeah.
So, I don't.
And you have Studio Series.
Yeah.
You can get all of them pretty much.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think if I were to get any, it would just be Scourge, and then that would have to be like that would have to. I'd have to see like if he does the chest thing, like if the chest glows, I'll be like, okay, birthday rolls around, that's what I want, but and then Mirage is Mirage. I mean, I enjoyed his character in the movie, but I didn't like love his character so much that I'm like, oh, I need that Mirage. So, all right, let's move on to our next bit. Let's see here. Do we have anything else for official? Actually, no. That was our official news.
That's good amount.
So let's go through here. We did have the one thing in there was Skybound, but we gotta keep it moving for the sake of time. This one, this is interesting. So let me translate this to English. This is on Weibo. This is a company we all thought was dead, but apparently they're not. So you remember Spark Toys?
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently they're making a comeback, and they're going to start with reissuing their War Within Optimus.
Huh.
So this was on Weibo. I saw this courtesy of Third Party Unlimited. Shout out to Antoine there. But yeah, it's interesting that they're bringing this back. Now it makes me wonder: are they going to finally release that Grimlock that they never did? Because they released their Optimus, they released their Megatron, and they had Grimlock, who was on the back of both of their boxes, who never got released. And this looks a little bit different paint wise. The one I have, it's more of a deeper metallic red, and this looks like it's more of a regular red with a little bit of a finish. It's kind of hard to tell because not the best photography, but what do you guys think about this?
I'm over it.
I never saw the first one.
There's so many pop-up companies, and like companies that are established are taking a very long time for production. So even if this comes out, it doesn't mean that suddenly they're going to be Spark Toys is producing figures now. I mean, it's going to be like a year until the next figure comes out.
Right.
So it doesn't have me excited until I see the next product.
I'm just over this design. I don't have any interest.
I've had this design for years, and I think I understand their mentality of, well, if we reissue this, let's reissue the Optimus. And this was a very, very good toy. And it holds up. It does. But the challenge is, the people that got it, didn't they already get it? And then I understand the mentality of like, well, if we release Optimus Prime has a better chance of selling. But there's people like me that like, oh, hey, I bought the Optimus and I bought the Megatron. I would really like your Grimlock. I mean, Grimlock's a favorite character of mine.
Yeah.
So the question is, are they kind of concerned like, well, let's just get this mold back out? Are they trying to double dip? Or do they have
raising
plans?
capital? I mean, this is
a
very obvious move by third-party companies is to
MMC does it all the time.
Yeah, reissue, repaint. and then raise capital, and then finally put out the new design.
Yeah, it would be nice if companies did roadmaps.
Yeah,
You know, to show like, hey, here's our plan. Like we're going. We need to do repaints. If there's a little bit more transparency, because it's just like, well, I can't. I like this company. I'd like to support, but I can't. I'm not gonna rebuy this mold that I already have.
Right.
You know, and obviously that one company. Was it Alpha Pack? They did General Grant, which was a larger version of this mold with of all things a trailer that turned into jet armor, and then they kind of crashed and burned. So, yeah, very curious.
Until they show something new, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah,
because look at DX9, right? They're reissuing every freaking figure,
right.
And next, sorry. Next thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get out of Transformers stuff, and we're gonna go right into the regular SDCC panel. So, all right. So SDCC, a lot of stuff was shown off. This is kind of like the. Oh boy, there's a lot. There's a lot in here.
So much.
Pick and choose.
Well, what does the chat want to talk about first? That'd be a good thing.
Well, let's do Super 7, because I know there's a lot of people. I know Kevin Womack hit me up while I was on vacation. He's like, "Man, I love the Silverhawks," and he goes,
"Oh, wow.
You know, I'm glad that they're doing them in chrome."
That looks nice.
Yeah. So I think this was probably everybody's biggest complaint about the Silverhawks when they were shown off. I mean, other than the fact that the ramen toy ones really didn't deliver. But here, we'll get into it. They're starting off with their turtle van, the party wagon.
What? Why?
This is a prototype.
Yeah, why are we looking at prototype? They showed a finished model.
I thought that was a render that was originally shown. Maybe I'm wrong.
There
was a third-party one that was shown off ahead that was more designed with the NECA stuff in mind.
Oh wait, this is NECA. I'm sorry.
This is Super 7.
Super 7.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, we saw the NECA finished.
Yeah, the NECA one went to crowdfunding and was successful, or it wasn't really crowdfund, was it? I think it was just an on-demand order, was what it was.
We saw a finished turtle van with all the turtles in it and like a full display.
Well, that was NECA.
It's NECA, yeah.
Yeah, that was NECA. This is the Super 7. So this is more of the toy version.
All right, gotcha.
So these are all based off of like the toy turtles, and you know, the toy turtles have been out for a minute.
Look at those wheels.
Yeah. Again, like they're taking all the stuff from the toy designs and really, you know, this is interesting here. Like, are these made of like a soft rubber that? Because can you see this here, where it swishes?
Oh, the wheel, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a real tire on a car. I'm curious how they're doing that there. Like, is it like a partially deflated rubber? Like, how are they doing that there?
Or it's been sitting in that position for so long that it deformed.
If that's the case, man, I'm concerned about those materials.
It is 100 degrees everywhere.
It's true. Yeah, this thing opens up. It has all the gimmicks and you know, that's like one thing I can say I appreciate about Super 7 is they preserve the gimmicks for better or worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're basically, you know, they're taking what you remember and injecting a little bit of what your imagination thought it was.
The third party one was really good for a decent price. So it seems like these are latecomers and they're very expensive.
Yeah.
Like insanely expensive.
Yeah.
How much is the Super 7 one?
Wow. I don't know that a price is listed here, but I would guess probably in the ballpark of like $300.
$475.
Jesus. That's way more. That's like $200 more than the NECA one.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's too much.
Yeah, and then of course they've got more stuff here. They've got I think this was based off of the V2 short. No, I guess that's the. I'm not sure what shredder that's based off of, to be honest. If it's the toy, the first toy shredder or not. Mondo Gecko, and I guess that's Cyber Bebop.
I sent you a link to the finished version.
Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick.
And it's not a render.
Okay. So that's curious that they have that there.
$475.
That's nuts. Sorry.
How?
No.
Oh, the pizza comes off the wheels.
Yeah. That kind of looks like a render, to be honest.
You don't think this is a prototype?
I think this is a render.
Oh, okay.
Especially because when they even here, like look at the shadow. Like the shadow is way too perfect.
I get you.
To be a real thing.
I remember seeing it. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Good.
No.
Especially like when they show it here. Like that's got to be that's all got to be a render.
Well, that is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well that's definitely a render, but I'm just saying like it doesn't look too different from what you see in the others.
Right.
Like I mean the rendering technology has gotten so good now. It's like it's really hard to tell.
Right.
That thing better be able to sit inside the cat's lair paw. For that much, all these toys better be completely compatible with each other.
The
butterfly.
Underground Arsenal version of the van was $250, just for reference, half the cost.
Is that from the Mattel booth? They just cross over. So I was gonna say the Misfit Skeletor. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I guess Mattel is doing Misfits Masters Ever. Where is Dave when you need him? Because I feel like Dave is gonna be like, I need him. Yeah. Oh, you can get Danzig covered. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so yeah. Oh, those are for Super 7. That's weird. That's so weird that Super 7 is doing that. So they're calling these. Okay, so these are like the Okay, so I remember Super 7 did those WWE horror crossovers a few years ago. You remember those?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that these are kind of like, let's reuse those bodies. What licenses do we have? Oh, we've got the Misfits, so okay. And we get into our Vac Metal Silverhawks.
That's nice. Although her face sculpt is
soft.
Yeah. Also wonder like what the quality of the Vac Metal is here, because like if you look up here, like, man, there's a lot of scratches already.
Because Super 7.
You know. It's nuts because like during the Trans Metal era and the Robots in Disguise era Transformers, like I was like, and I think TU and I talked about this years ago, that like you almost got like afraid to handle some of the figures because you're worried about the Vac Metal chipping off, especially like the Robots in Disguise stuff.
They were good at first, but a couple of years in, all that shit was falling off.
His face sculpt is also a little.
I think the way that they're doing these, where they have like the Vac Metal, but then they have paint, like it seems like I don't know. I think that like they didn't really think about how the paint, the flesh tones were going to look in contrast, so they made them like super light, and it just all looks washed out.
That's a Super 7 problem.
Yeah.
I like initially looking at them,
yeah,
but owning them will be a snooze fest.
I know there's also a toy color version of Buzzsaw I saw.
Yes.
Well, let's go to let's see here. Let's go to NECA. Let's look at what NECA's got. It feels like
This is where
Yeah.
I saw the van. Okay.
Yeah, so that's NECA's turtle van, and that thing's shipping out later this year.
All right.
So it's funny because like Best Action recently did all of these turtles in their line, so it's funny to see NECA following suit. I'm guessing these will probably be some sort of 4-pack. Yeah, I have zero interest in these. I have the Turtles in the Sky set, and that's how I always remember the Turtles going out in public.
Yeah.
$250.
What
That's-
for the NECA one?
For that van.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Let's see. Is
What are
that all
those?
that's in that gallery? Well, because it's whoever did this gallery really shit
They
the bed
really-
because
They made it very broken up. Like they
Yeah.
took NECA, but it's like 5 different links.
let's just click on NECA here and we'll go through like here we go. Additional TMNT and Garfield.
Oh, look at that.
So here we go.
That's,
we get
Gecko.
so this is the comic version of Mondo Gecko.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
sure
cool.
what version of Mike that's supposed to be.
These are the wrestler
Oh, okay.
ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a comic thing? Was that an Archie comic thing?
It's probably a toy thing.
Yeah. And then they go right into gargoyles. Yeah. Brooklyn in this or Broadway in disguise. I mean, yeah, that's neat. Watch. That's the only way you're going to be able to get those wings.
Mhm.
And we'll be talking about the Ghost shortly.
Mhm.
I just I'm curious when Lexington's going to come out.
How many are? There's not that many left in that line, right?
Oh, and there's a lot that they can do with gargoyles because they have, they have the Steel Claw, they have Hyena and Jackal, their human
Oh,
forms,
nice.
they have their cyborg forms, they have Angela, they have human Demona, they have King Arthur. They could do.
Say whatever season 3 was.
Yeah. They remember when they went to the Aztec and they found all those gargoyles there. There's it's funny. Like you think about like what all can they do with Ninja Turtles, and then
Right.
here we are, and they're like they're doing like almost everything Playmates ever did.
They're going buck wild in NECA. I mean, they just
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
like any turtle.
Yeah, and then on top of that, they also reissue their stuff. They're very smart about that. How they reissue things like, they just reissued Casey Jones and the Foot Soldier. I'm sure you'll
Everything-
eventually get your cartoon Shredder.
Everything except Shredder. I
I-
finally got one though, thanks to
Oh, you
T-Man.
did? Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
T-Man hooked me
Yeah.
up.
So, all right, let's go back here and see if they have. Okay, here we go. This was the really interesting stuff. So, Secret of the Ooze is getting way more love. I never thought we'd get, David Werner's scientist. But let's get into this. They're doing more Last Ronin stuff. I think
And that
that's
stuff
probably,
was cool.
yeah. Spoiler alert.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There was a really cool figure. Oh yeah, the Foot Soldier.
Yeah.
I thought that looked really cool.
Poor Fugitoid. But yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to think. Like, did you ever think they would go this far? Now,
That playset's available?
I don't think it is yet, but knowing NECA, they probably will find a way to sell it because they did with that that skyscraper. It's also interesting. Are they going to do because the Claw Shredder was originally a Loot Crate exclusive. So are they going to do a new version of that for people that didn't get the Loot Crate? I mean, NECA owns Loot Crate, so it's like, I'm surprised they're doing the recolor of Renee, considering that Renee has like been clogging up shelves.
That looks great.
Comic Baxter is. I want Comic Baxter. I want Comic April, and then I think I'm basically done on the comic stuff.
Yeah.
Rat King looks good though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Why is he so big?
That's how he looked in the comics.
Oh,
But yeah, that.
Yeah, I'm good on all the turtle stuff now.
So yeah, we'll get into the Shredder Throne. I'm curious how they're going to sell that. I feel like it's going to be it's probably going to be like some stupid accessory pack that they have on like NECA for like 13 minutes on their webpage. But I would like the throne, but I don't need it. I do want Professor Perry. I just want Kino. I don't need any more foot soldiers.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather have Kino with the moped.
Sportimus or anybody who didn't get the new tune, April, we're doing a giveaway of that on Transformers ERC group on a Friday, free for all Friday. FYI.
That's awesome. I didn't know that they were doing. I didn't notice this until now that there's two versions of Professor Perry.
Oh, okay.
That's just so silly that they would do the orange jumpsuit version. I would prefer him with just the mutagen container. It would be cool if they just sold Professor Perry and Shredder's Throne as a 2-pack. Like, hey, you know, if you want this deep cut, get the throne for your Shredder as well. Then we get into the Universal Monster stuff. All this stuff is basically out already. Yeah. Actually, the Raph is the Wolfman. Have we seen that before?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's a new one. I'm surprised. Oh, wow. And Leo is the... so, okay. I have not seen these before. I'm surprised that they're just kind of cycling back through the Turtles.
What's that next one over? Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, Casey as the Phantom. We've seen that.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
From the Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Diecast said it's going up tomorrow. So April Tune version 2.0 going up on ERC. Free giveaway.
So I'm curious what the deal with these Shredder clones is, why they're solid colors. Ray Flay's been out. We got Jaguar and Dreadmon. So a lot of stuff's been out. Different versions of Usagi, which for Usagi fans, that's pretty awesome. Belly Bomb.
I don't even remember.
Yeah. So the bad version of Rex, that's one I do want.
What's with the super large
Krang's body? So Krang's body could transform size in the cartoon. You get really big if you wanted to. So it's really cool that they're doing that.
That's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
That's going to be like over $100.
I'm willing to bet that'll probably be a NECA shop exclusive too.
That could be.
They put the Krang inside.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's really cool how those boxes work.
Okay.
So, yeah, cool stuff coming from NECA. Well, we're let me go ahead and let's go over to HasLab because I know a lot of people want us to talk about this. And let's go over to the HasLab. And I wish.
Well, folks, before we get there, I think it's great, and I'm not buying it because it costs too much, and I'm not I haven't even watched the show ever. But I want to tell everybody good night. I love you all. My body is
all right,
on the parts.
Have a good night.
Night, T.
So yeah, I think this was probably the